I go on Teams for meetings, but I'm not like fully up with all the little bits.
There we go. It is actually started now, Jackie. Sorry, if you could just introduce yourselves again. Julie Barlow from Encompass, and it's the 19th of May, and everyone in the group has agreed to the recording. Thank you very much.
Okay. Jackie Turner, Senior Data Quality Analyst for the Trust.
Amy Over-Eagle, Data Quality Assistant for the Trust.
And Neil Walton, Data Quality Analyst for the Trust.
Thank you, everyone. I'm now going to close off my microphone and my camera so that you can have your normal meeting. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Okay. Right. So the first thing on the agenda was to return to the office.
Right.
So there's not been any official thing come out about the spacing. So when we go in, it'll probably still be 2 meters. But there is talk maybe at the end of June they'll go back to normal spacing like it was before. And there is talk maybe in the office they might be removing some of the desks to give more space in the office, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I'll keep you informed. Okay. So yes, you will need to do 2 lateral flow tests. My brother, for his work, he does one on a Sunday and one on a Wednesday. Is that similar to what Shelley does for her work, Neil?
Yeah, she has to do one at the beginning and then one in the middle.
Right, okay. So that's probably what we'll be doing going forward when we start to go back in the office.
So will they be sent to us?
Well, James has sent me the contact email, which I'll forward on to you after the meeting.
Right.
I think there's like a grey tent thing near A&E where they do the COVID testing, and that's where you collect them from. But you can also go onto the NHS website and you can order them there and they send them to you for free.
Okay, because obviously we're going to need them before we go in, aren't we?
Yeah. But that's what they're about. I'll send you contact details. But I mean maybe the first one, so you haven't got to make a journey specifically to collect one if you do it on the NHS website because it's free. And then they'll send it through to in the post and you've got it ready.
Yeah, because
Okay.
obviously we can collect them when we're in, can't we?
Yeah, yeah.
To go forward.
Yeah, going forward, yeah. So, and you also have to log on to a site, so you can see whether you've tested positive or negative. But I'll let you know what the site is, and then it's just because you have to like send it off, don't you? By
I don't know. I thought the flow test you do them yourself.
You do them yourself, but you have to tell people if they've tested positive or negative, don't you?
Right. No, I haven't done one, so yeah. I'm unsure of that.
I think there's I noticed something today. There's a COVID testing on my laptop. Is that it? Application.
Well, I'll send you the details. I've got an email from James. But he said there's a site you go on to see if you've tested positive or negative. That's what I've been told by James, but I can confirm that. Right, so done that. Right, so you will need to wear masks when you go into the office and if you leave the office. Okay, so like if you go to the kitchen or toilet or anywhere else in that. But if you're sitting at your desk, you shouldn't need to wear a mask unless somebody new comes into the area and you might feel a bit unsafe. Then it's optional whether you put your mask on or not. But the safety is up to where you feel comfortable. Okay. You will be.
Are they still doing the? You have to wear the blue ones, not your own ones.
You can wear. I think you can wear your own ones, but there are places in the hospital where, like, if you come in the breast care entrance, there is a box of masks normally on a chair there as you come in.
Okay.
I think most people do wear the blue one, but I suppose they can't stop you from wearing your own personal as long as you're keeping it clean.
Well, Neil, the few times I've been there in the last couple of weeks, I just kept my own one on this, and they don't make you change it. Only if you
Okay.
don't have a mask, they make you take the blue one. But if you've got your own, then
Yeah.
no. And the breast unit entrance is only for staff anyway.
Yeah.
And no
Okay.
public goes through there, and they go through the front door where they take a temperature test. But there's also a little entrance for us there in the main reception bit where we
Yeah.
don't have to have any test or anything. We just go in. Same with the back, same as the front. So
Yes, it's by where the staircase is now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in that door there by the fish pond.
yeah. Well, it's a
But
bit more than a fish pond now.
there is a fish pond. It's
Yeah,
still,
no, they've done something else. They've got like a flower bed as well as a fish pond and something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always doing different things.
Yeah.
But you can still use the other entrance,
Yeah.
the back entrance where we used to go. So that's still, but there won't be any spare face masks there. There will be cleaning equipment provided, so you can clean your desk like when you come into work and when you finish.
So is that at the front of the entrance, of our office, or where is it kept?
I think some of it's like where the PMO are, but there has been as you go along the desk, sometimes there you'll see little packs, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll sort that.
Yeah, we will.
Get it from procurement, I think.
We'll have to have our own.
Yeah. I mean, if necessary, I can buy some like Dettol
No,
wax.
you don't need to. I mean, if they're going to provide it, we just need to have ours for our section so we know where ours is, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so I have done a rota, which I've looked at your calendars and my calendar as well. So I did send it to you last night, so I appreciate you won't have had time to digest it or read it. So if you look at it in the next few days and let me know if there's any days that you wouldn't be able to come in the office, or I'll put you down to come in the office, and then I can adjust it. What I plan to do is then put that data into the data quality folder.
Right.
So you can see, you can go down say on a Friday, you can look what's happening the week next week and say, oh yeah, I'm in the office that day, or I'm going to be working from home. Okay, so I mean, did you want me to share it with you now, or do you want to look at it in your own time?
Look, I want to look at it, a little bit later, because obviously.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I've no place to be.
Yeah. But you just look at it, and it's only for June and July. I haven't gone any further.
No.
Because and probably what I'll do August, when beginning of July sort of thing.
Yeah.
Going forward. So, and also I think estates want a hot desk in our office as well. I don't know for what reason, because they've got quite a lot of office space, but it's just an email that James has sent, because he sent to me, Paul, Tracy, probably Katie, Campbell. Although her team are going to be moving out, so and patient safety are still going to be in our office as well for a while longer, because I think ICC are in their office, and ICC are going to go outside somewhere, but I don't know where.
They're building a pod, aren't they? That was going to be for clinical coding, but they're not going there now, so they're going to take over the pod.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it's going to get built, because we've still got sinkholes going everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
We might end up in the pod somewhere, floating away.
Yeah.
So have we still got our normal desks?
Well, at the moment, our desks are in storage. So hopefully when coding move out the first week in June, then they will get all our stuff out of storage. And so they should be back where they were. Okay. I'll probably need to get a power pack for you, Neovi, so you can Because like if say you and me are in the same day, or you and Neil are in the same day, then you might not want to sit next to me so close. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not thing,
No, but there again, if coding don't move out on their deadline, then we'll just have to shift your diary back a bit.
Yeah. But so why I said a power pack is then, say for instance, I'm in, you might want to sit at Neil's desk, or if Neil's in, you might want to sit at my desk.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still, if you want to still sit at your own desk, it's fine, but I'm just thinking.
Well, we need a divide then.
I don't know. There's a space program board who
Yeah.
are looking at like spaces. I think they have said about having desk dividers, but whether that will happen,
Okay.
but there's a group looking at it, and like they say, it won't probably go back to normal ever, so we won't have probably everybody in together, I don't think, going forward, because what they'll do is they'll prioritise the people that need to be on site 5 days a week, and any ones they think don't necessarily need to be always on site will then probably do a thing of working from home in the office. Okay.
Yeah.
But James would like some presence from our team in the office
Throughout the week.
forward, yeah. So that's where we are with that. Okay, so now we go on to the next bit on the agenda, which is taking MTW to an outstanding. I did send you the slides last night, but I just briefly sort of go through it with you, and you've got it again. You've got it in your time to sort of read it and digest it more.
Yeah.
And maybe research more on the internet, because I don't think it's got the mission statement on there. But when you go into work, you know, our main corridor near our toilets, it's got the pride, values and the mission. So that's been put on the wall.
Yeah, can you not view the meeting on YouTube? I'm sure you can read the meeting or listen to the video on YouTube through the intranet.
All I found was that they've got the slides, which I've got a copy, which I've sent you a copy of. I don't know if the meeting is on it. I'd need to check with communications.
Well, I'm sure when they put it on there, because you could see all of them talking, they each go from each other and the slides. So I think it is on the intranet on YouTube, like we normally
Like
watch
when you have
videos.
this,
Like Talking Heads.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't quote me though.
I'm not going to quote you, but I can double check.
It's on there.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just share the slides, so have patience with me, because sometimes it doesn't always work when I'm reading. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I just need to go back up the top. Okay, so you've got the heading, so I don't need the heading. And then you've got a few pictures of different staff in different areas.
So what have we got to do with the Western Sussex University Hospital? Are they the ones that actually done it, and then we're just following them, or?
Yeah, basically they're a hospital in the trust, the trust hospital in the country, who have made headway in achieving exceptional people outstanding care.
Right.
So basically we've gone, not me personally, but certain people in the organisation have gone to that trust and found out different things they have done, and then basically probably taken the best bits, and that's what we're using to
Okay.
help us achieve the vision of exceptional people outstanding care.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the partnership. So we're aligning our roadmap to similar to what their roadmap was, and the strategy deployment, and also the patient first process, which we've had in the trust for quite a while, but maybe we just need to go up a gear with that. And the strategy objectives and action plan. And the objectives is to transform and to be clinically led. So a few years ago, we changed from being probably managerial led to now we're being led by the clinicians. So the clinicians are now saying, well, this is what we want in our trust, this is what we want to develop. So it's looking at better ways of working clinically with all that. So there's different areas like for specialities where they're doing different work which they're going to develop. So surgery, they're going to establish a digestive disease unit at Tunbridge Wells. Stroke, they've been working on a stroke unit at Maidstone, and they're also working with other partners outside of Maidstone stroke unit, like the Hilton, maybe somewhere at Crowborough, so that the patients don't normally have to come into Maidstone to have their treatment for stroke. They can go to these other areas outside. So that frees up our capacity to deal with probably maybe patients that need to be in a hospital with stroke. There might be people that can be treated outside the hospital who just might need regular physiotherapy, speech therapy, etc. And like there's other things to do with imaging, establish a rapid diagnostic centre. Women's services are going to develop a urology gynae service, and children's services are going to provide additional tertiary services. So that's sort of like services outside of the community. So there's various things on there that the clinicals are going to be doing. So of course they've looked at different things. So the culture leadership program has also gone into developing these strategies as well as this other hospital trust. So of course, we want taking MTW to outstanding. So we want connecting everything up through a series of improvement changes to accelerate and evolve how we do things. So we now know where we're going, have ownership and feel empowered. And starting with leadership and culture, because at the heart of outstanding care is the staff. Okay. So basically trying to make it so that staff are more happy in their job. And if we're more happy in our job, more contented and more confident, then we're going to give better care to our patients. That's the idea behind it all. So our vision is exceptional people, outstanding care. So that's what you need to keep in mind. And you've got a strategy deployment, which is a six strategic goals, and the divisional objective setting, which is sharing and shaping our goals together. And then you've got shaping our culture, which is exceptional leadership and delivering our MTW pride values, and making improvement in everyone's business. So patient improvement first. So that's basically where people in an area, they might say, well, why do we do this certain thing this way? Isn't there a better way? And if they've got any suggestions, they can put them forward. So that's what they're working for, and that's going to start in November. And then we've also got the EPR system, which the first phase is happening on the 16th of June. And as far as I know, the project's still going ahead for that. I don't think there's any problem. So on this slide, you've got the 6 strategic goals. So you've got people, so creating a genuinely great place to work where you can come to work and be the best yourself. Patient experience. To meet our ambition of always providing outstanding healthcare quality, we need people to have a positive experience with care and support. Patient safety and clinical effectiveness. So working together to put quality at the heart of all we do and achieving outstanding clinical outcomes with no avoidable harm. Patient access. Ensuring all our patients have access to the care they need to ensure they have the best chance of getting a good outcome. Systems. So working with partners provide the right care and support in the right place at the right time. And sustainability, living within our means, providing high quality services through optimising the use of our resources. So the culture ambitions is vision of values, support and compassion, equity and include. I think that should be equality. Anyway, learning and innovation, teamwork and goals and performances. The pride values you should be aware of because they're the same. I think there's more information on the internet about the pride values because I think they've added some information, so you might want to look that up when you get time. And then you've got leadership expectations, so bigger picture thinking, so not just looking at our own little silo area, but looking on like how our service impacts on the trust. So if we're not doing the relevant corrections, then what impact does that have on the trust? So does that mean that staff can't contact the patients, they haven't got contact numbers? Does it mean that we've got the wrong address for the patient, so we send out a letter to them to the wrong address, which then delays that patient's service? So by getting things right in our area, so by making things are correct, then we are helping the trust to deliver better service. So A, the patient gets their letter on time, right address. B, they're getting treatment done in a timely manner. So everything that you do has a bigger picture and it affects patient services. So I just need you to be aware of that, so that you're not thinking, oh, I'm doing this job and it's really boring and it's very time consuming. But I want you to think about, yes, you're doing the job. Yes, I know it can be very time consuming, it can be a bit monotonous, but at the end of it, you are providing a good service for the trust and for the patients and their relatives. So I want you to be mindful of that. So also always learning. So we've always got to be learning and innovating. And conscious of collaboration. So we need to do more team working with maybe other areas. So maybe it might be educational, or it could be they might be setting up different systems, and we say, well, by you doing that, this might have an impact on our team, etc. And positive impact, so goals and performance, effective high quality performance. Okay. So program activity. So they've launched the MT Trust narrative, which is these slides. And they're going to, I think the end of May, they're launching the Exceptional Leaders Development Programme and MTW Leadership Expectations. And then mid-May to June is a strategy deployment for leaders, which they cover module 1 to 4. 16th of June, I said we've got the Sunrise electronic patient record. So that's being installed, and that's when certain areas will start using that. So like A&E, gastroenterology and neurology. And then from July is the divisional objective setting. And then November is when you've got the patient first improvement system for leaders, modules 5 to 8. And then they're rolling out from November patient first improvement system. So that's what the roadmap is for this year. So they've broken down into 6 areas. So you've got quality, which covers patient experience, patient safety and clinical effectiveness and access. And then you've got systems, and then sustainability and people. So people is where it concerns us. So great place to work, where we can come to work and be our best selves. And the other bit we need to be conscious of as well. And then you've got like the pyramid, which as you see, there's a line that goes up, line of sight, performance management. And then you've got strategy deployment, which comes down. So you've got it going bottom up and top down. So when you think of your appraisal, you need to be thinking, when you do your objectives, how it ties in with the strategy and how your work plays a part in that, and your goals, etc. Okay, but we'll discuss them when we start doing your appraisals. So the purpose of the strategy deployment is to cascade the strategy priorities for the organisation and to identify how everyone contributes to the success of the organisation, and to encourage teamwork and ownership of performance, and to ensure everyone is working towards the same goals and engaged towards the same purpose. Again, we've got the vision and the pride values and the leadership expectations, which I've already sort of covered with you. That's the same. And that's, again, this is the pride value. So it is on this slide. So the pride values are the same, but they've added more information. So this is a breakdown of what they expect. So I'll leave, because there's quite a lot of words on there, so I'll leave you to read that in your own time outside of this meeting. But it's quite a good thing, especially when you're doing your appraisal, because then you can look at this and say, all right, yeah, my goals and objectives, they relate to these sections. Okay. Again, you've got the pyramid. Again, this is the patient first improvement system. Again, you've got like bottom up, top down. So staff, if they think of an improvement, then they have their voice to be able to say, can we change, why are we doing this? Can we not do it another way? And then that can be put forward. And again, we've got the EPR system, which is going ahead in June. So it'll be emergency departments, paediatric wards, and then July it's got inpatients and order tests and electronic referrals. But I don't think everyone can do all the tests. So that is basically in a nutshell. So I don't know if I'll be expected to go on the leadership program. It might be for people of more senior level than me, so like band 7s and band 8s. So I haven't heard anything. So but that's basically it. So what do you think?
Yeah, we need to read it in depth to actually get the gist of it.
Yeah. But I suppose it's quite good. It means that the just coming back to that. Because it means what they are trying to get the vision across. Whereas before, if you said to most members, so well, what's the vision of the trust? They probably wouldn't know, or what's the mission statement, or what all the pride values mean broken down. So it's good for you. So my task for you two is to look at the slides. If I can find out if there's a YouTube video, then I'll let you know what the link is. And then watch that in your own time. Just basically so if you can digest it and things and take it on board, especially when you're coming up to do your appraisals. Okay. Right. Okay. So the next thing on the agenda is work done by our team. So I did an Excel sheet yesterday. Can you see the sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is the main bulk of it. There might have been bits that I've done, like I know that I've had emails to do changes, commissions, etc. I haven't done what I've done. Because I just wanted to do. It's just basically to sort of say that since like we've had Maria in our team and we've had Naomi back, our team have been able to achieve a lot more. Whereas there was just being Neil for the past few months, and with the greatest will in the world, me and Neil can only do so much. So it is important, Naomi, for you to be back in our team. And we do appreciate you being back in our team. And like Neil, I do appreciate the work that you do for our team as well. I just want to sort of give you praise and say that I do appreciate what you do. I know you're under performance management at the moment, but hopefully we'll get to a point where we won't have to do that, and that we'll be able to give you some work, and you can say, right, yeah, that's fine, Jackie, I can crack on with that. We won't have to be doing the monitoring. That's what I'm hoping to get to in the future, and then maybe I can then give more work to Neil that I do. Because at the moment, most of my work now is taken up with meetings, etc., and maybe doing different things that James asked me to do, like setting up Datix for the work that we do and the areas that we see. That's something that I'm working towards in the future, is setting up regular Datix entries. I've spoken to Gail, and she's spoken to this other lady in Datix who's going to upload some of the data quality adverse events that I've highlighted, because the list that was on Datix was quite generic, and it wasn't sort of succinct to our area. So hopefully, I don't know if the complete list, it might be just a variation of the list will be put on Datix, and so I can start using Datix to record what work we actually do.
So is it, sorry to disturb you, but is it a system that we're all going to need to know how to use, or?
Not at the moment, because I'm going to get my head around it first, and we got to see if it works. So I'm going to upload the data first, and then James is then gonna monitor it, and he'll then take it to the data quality steering group, which is like a high management group which Steve Alpen chairs. And because when you put something on Datix, it goes out to certain people. And then it will be whether so what we're trying to do is getting the operational staff to take on board that these errors are being made in their areas, and it's up to them to address these issues, and to maybe do like extra training for staff, maybe like educational, saying, well, when you do that or don't do that, it has an impact, like patients might not be able to be contacted because we haven't got a contact number, or the address is wrong, or we've got the wrong GP, so we can't, when we send the EDN letter, it goes to the wrong place, so that delays the patient's care. So at the moment, I'll probably just be doing it, and we'll see how it goes, and then if necessary, then I think Neil's got access to Datix, so thing, but that's what we're sort of trying to. So we're trying to do in the future. We're trying to, with data quality, we're trying to do it from all different angles. So you've got a data quality steering group. You've got other meetings that happen where they might have data quality issues raised at them. And like we've got a paediatric data quality group. It was supposed to be a meeting today, but it's been cancelled. But there are things happening in the background thing, and I think James was also looking at getting like a robot to do data cleansing. So I don't know how it works, but he's seen examples of it. So, but I mean that's quite a way down the line at the moment. So things are always evolving as we go forward. But as I say, it's we haven't started doing it yet, so I don't know what the impact. I mean, it's probably going to take me up more of my time uploading stuff.
So if I find an error, then how is it picked up by you then?
Well, if you find an error, then it's about, if you find an error that you think needs to be raised on the Datex. So when I get the Datex set up and I know what the things are, I can tell you what the list is. And then maybe if you come across something, you can say, I've just been into this patient. So basically it's about good communication as a team. So if you find something, then contact me. It's like when you're doing your work and you're like when I've been checking your work the last few weeks, and you've been doing something and you weren't sure what date to put, then instead of like waiting for me to maybe check your work and then I come across what I think should be different, then if you have the conversation before, it's all about good communication. So for us to work well as a team, we need to communicate well as a team. So, and it's better for you to contact me when things happen or you're not sure of something rather than waiting, because then it shows initiative, and also I think it's better for everyone involved.
Well, it's just that you're going to find one this week, because I found a patient that we've recorded has died, but on the spine portal he's well and he's alive, and he's also had appointments. So how is he deceased?
Right, okay.
That's a clinical. that to me is, pretty weird.
Yeah. So that sort of thing you need to let me know. Yeah. So I can then take it on board.
It's on the spreadsheet. I've written on the spreadsheet because I know you go through it.
Right.
It's just a really weird one. What do you record? He's suspected that he's died. The spine says he's alive and he's got appointments, so he can't be dead.
So right, so we need to establish, is he still alive or has he died? I mean, it might be that he's been picked up in error, an appointment's been put against him, and it should be
a few actually. He's had a few since he's died.
Yeah. But
he says he died in 2004, but he's had appointments since then. And I don't know how.
Has he attended the appointment?
Don't laugh, Neil. It's not funny. I just found it hilarious, that because how can they not pick that up? How's that not picked up before me?
Well, I have no idea.
There must be a safety net somewhere.
So you
thought actually sending somebody an appointment.
You thought they'd notice when they go in the patient and the banner's all black. Full out.
Well, have a look at it because it is on the spreadsheet. I have made a note of it.
But
again, with things like that, I appreciate what you're saying, but sometimes you don't have the time to sort of email you or, you know, make you aware of it before you finish. Well, for me, because I'm time pressured now to do a certain amount, so I don't have a lot of leeway, you know, to be messaging anybody, you know, about
Okay.
a patient and then waiting for a reply.
So if you haven't got time,
Yeah.
then highlight it on your sheet so that when I'm
Yeah.
checking them
Well, I
out.
thought that'd be easier, just
Yeah,
to highlight
okay.
on the sheet, because obviously you are checking it, you know,
Yeah.
and there's been a couple in there that I've put, you know, that there's no information, but that needs to be investigated further. So,
Okay.
you know, so that you're aware when you're reading through my spreadsheet, I have come across a huge bump in the road.
Yeah.
And it's something that you know, I won't be able to sort of work out in the day, you know, during my working day. It needs sort of somebody else to look at it as well, because it's going to be a time consuming concern.
Yeah. So last week I noticed there was 2 highlighted in red. Was those 2 you wanted?
I don't know. It wouldn't allow me. It wouldn't allow me to take the red box away. I don't know what it is. It's because I most probably copied and pasted it.
If it won't let you do it on the normal, like when you click on the A, then if you go, you know, in the top button, on the top banner, on the right hand side, you've got auto, sum, fill and clear. If you click on clear, then that should remove that, because I had this issue with Maria.
Well,
if you highlight those boxes and then click on the clear button, there's a drop down button.
I tried everything, but that's why I'm hoping when I get to do my training, it allow me to be more fluent with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You've got some of your training coming up, haven't you? So, yeah. Okay. Right. So anyway, so this work that I've done, I've also included training and meeting. It's just roughly, it just sort of says that this is the amount of work we've sort of roughly done. So I've included February. So I know Maria was doing February's data quality checks in April, so and May, but I've included it. So I've gone from February, March, and April. So I've looked at what work me and Neil have done. So it's all on this spreadsheet. As I said, I haven't included everything that I've had, like emails about where I've had to do corrections for coding regarding emissions or in certain discharge destinations, etc. But you get an idea, and it's not about pointing out, oh, this person's done more work than this person. It's not to do with that. It's just how our team, what work our team have done. Okay. So it proves the fact that because we didn't have you in our team for quite a few months, then me and Neil could only do so much work. So unfortunately, data quality checks, although Neil did like the first few days in each month, he wasn't able to do like a whole month's work because he has other work that comes in, like on the data quality emails. And we've also got, which you're probably not aware of since you've been off sick, we've got an NHS number duplicate report, which comes out weekly. So, and basically, Neil sort of works from the bottom up, and I'm supposed to work from the top down, which I know I've got some catching up to do. But I've had like training with KMCR and some wires, etc. So I'm a bit behind, but I will catch up on that. But so we've got this report, and it shows over 1,000 entries. And we go down it, check the demographic details are correct, and then send it to Alison. So basically, to help reduce the amount of duplicates, and then we're then looking at why the duplicates are created. So we've now set up another spreadsheet, like a choose and book spreadsheet. So all the referrals that come from choose and book and then go to the CAUs, what's supposed to happen is the CAUs are supposed to be checking. Well, what we find is they will create something on one patient, like an old patient number. Choosing book comes in and creates another number, but CAU don't do the check-in, so they don't realise patient's got another number. And the other thing that's being done is outpatients, well, the prepping clerks will now have a list. So when they pull off their clinic list to pull the notes, they will see if the patient's got another number. And the idea is then they should then get it merged, ready for the clinic. So we've got various, as I said, in data quality, we're looking at other areas and how we can tackle the issues that we've got. So that's what's happening with the NHS number duplicate. So me and Neil working on what shows on the report, and then we're hoping to then get people to tackle the CAUs about checking patient details, and if patient's got another number, then they sort out the merging. Yeah, so there's various things happening behind the scenes. So we are trying to make better inroads now, but it's like work in progress. Okay. So anyway, that's the sheet. I'll put like a total at the bottom, but as I said, you don't really need to look at the total per se. It's just to say this is the work we've done. So that people can see that when we've got a full team, we can achieve much more than if we've only got a small team of 2. Right, so yeah, I got well, no, what is the time? What's time is it? Got 10 minutes. Are you okay, Niobe?
Yeah, I just wanted to put my shoes on, but if you're not going to be long, then I've got time.
Right, okay, so the mediation and team building. I had my mediation yesterday with the mediator. Niobe, unfortunately, Elaine had to cancel the date on Friday.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get back to her yet.
Yeah, so if you can get back to her, I think one of the suggestions was to use the appointment on Monday, which was for the joint mediation, to maybe you have that mediation for you and the mediator. But
yeah,
if
have a look at my diary.
And then the other 2 dates is to maybe have a joint one. So
Right.
if you let her know,
I will do.
And then that can be sorted out. I'm not sure about the team building development yet. I think the mediator wants to sort out mediation first, and then we can look at doing the team building, team development. Okay, so that's where we are with that. Just quickly on the any other business. There's a new lady, Andrea Vigil, who's the overall lead for health and wellbeing strategy. And she's going to go out to all the divisions and speak to staff. I mean, we could probably arrange a team meeting if we're working from home. And there's also going to be a psychologist starting for the trust for the 1st of June. And the trust has also moved the counselling in-house. So staff can have counselling in-house. And there's going to be a multiple level psychological support for staff created. And also staff can be referred to physio if they need to. And there's also going to be like health MOTs for staff. I think they've briefly done these before. Like they've had the odd day where staff can go and have like their blood pressure checked and that. But I think this might be available like for more days, but I'm sure information about. And then there's also going to be nutritional advice available as well for staff. We've also received funding from Captain Tom's charity, and they're going to get like motivational speakers, support for managers, manager masterclasses, and explain the videos, which I think it's mainly the managers use, but I think the money's going to be used for other staff as well. So, but there is a team, like a wellbeing program board now, that's been set up, as well as a space program board. So there's lots of different boards being set up to look at different areas. So I think the trust is moving in the right direction, and it's good that they're offering more like wellbeing to staff. So that I think is going to be good going forward. So have you got anything else you want to raise, Neil and Yovi?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
There's just one thing that I just want to recap on.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned that we're going to be expected to go into the office.
Yeah.
How's that going to work with the car parking? Is it still free? Are we going to be paying for the days that we park there? I know, you know, we don't all use the staff car park, but, you know, we're encouraged to, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I know they've been reviewing, like, they're looking at free food, and they were looking whether to still offer free parking. At the moment, as far as I know, it's still free parking.
Okay.
But whether that will change in the future and we will be charged, then I will let you know if that does happen. But at the moment, it's still free parking. But if you attend there's a wellbeing workshop today, isn't there?
Yeah.
This afternoon. So
Yeah.
if you attend that, you can raise that issue on there.
Okay.
Okay. Because on Teams there's so on Teams you've got a little, it's like a cloud.
Yeah.
And if you click on there, it says show conversation. What happens is you've got the pictures of people, and then on the right hand side is a bit where people can put their questions.
Okay.
So you can raise your questions, and every now and again they'll look at that. Or the other thing you can do is at the top next to the cloud in the middle is where you can do a thumbs up, wave your hand to sort of speak.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But yes, that's probably if you can go on a wellbeing workshop.
I'll try.
Then it's worth going on it, and you can raise your issues. You know, like about is there still going to be free car parking, or I know they've sent out a survey about the food, but I didn't fill it in because it was all about people who'd had the food, and I said, well, I work from home, so I wouldn't have had the opportunity to have free food and drink.
Well, on the days you go into work, you can still get free food.
Yeah,
you
you
go
can
into the cafeteria.
Yeah. But
What do you do? Just show your badge, or?
Yeah, I mean, your badge on, you go to the till, and then they just say, right, it's fat, and they just make a note, and then
because you can get quite a lot. You get a sandwich, I think, a drink, a bottle of water, yogurt, I think, a piece of fruit, and a packet of crisps. That's quite a good lunch. Yeah. But you can there is like hot food as well. You know, they're limited with what they can give you, but you can get hot food for free. But if you want anything else, you just pay for it. So say like you wanted a baked potato, that cost you, but the salad might not. So do you know what I mean? It's swings and roundabout. But I think the sandwich and the bottle of water and the yogurt and the piece of fruit and the crisp is ample for lunch.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, what they should really do is put it together, like have a starter, a main, and a dessert for a set price.
Yeah.
Because if you have like, you know, a curry, you pay for the rice. So you pay for the curry, and then you pay for the rice, where it should be all together. Because you're having a meal as such.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but that's how they do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is available at the moment. I think all I've had is I had a bottle of water from Tunbridge Wells, and I might have bought when I worked in the office once.
Yeah.
I've got a sandwich and a packet of crisps, and it was free.
Yeah, tea and coffee's free as well. So
And it's quite surprising because you're so used to paying.
yeah,
and
you
it's
are.
free, you're
Yeah.
thinking- It's
Yeah.
sort of trying to get. It's like getting used to that.
Yeah.
They're used to sort of having to pay. So, but yeah, but they are discussing about the food thing. But yeah, it's worth going on to the workshop.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
putting your point across.
I will do.
Anything else anybody wants to raise?
No.
Sure.
No.
Okay, then. I'll let you all get off because I know Niobe, you got to get to your next training session, haven't you?
I've got to get to Maidstone. Not looking forward to it.
You'll be all right. The course is good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's silly for only an hour to go all
Yeah.
the way there to come all the way back.
Yeah. But
It's a
yeah.
lot. It's long-winded.
Okay. Well, I'll let you all get
All
off.
right.
And you know where I am if you need me. You can
Okay.
contact me by Jabber, Microsoft Teams,
Yeah.
email.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. See you later then.
Thank you,
See you
everyone.
later.
Thank you very much.
Bye. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
So if you stop sharing your screen, Jackie, then I can see you.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm still getting used to this.
Uh,
Recording this may be shorter. So do I need to stop the recording now?
yes, please.
I'll just click dismiss. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, good. Right. So I'm obviously going to give you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look on this, see where I can score it. But I'll give you some feedback to start with. Well, I'm going to ask you how you felt that went.
It didn't go. It didn't go. What am I trying to say? I thought it went okay.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure how Niobe was going to be, because she can be a bit.
Is that the lady you spoke about? Oh, when you were doing the level 3.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah. Well, I thought all the way through it was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she wasn't very happy about having a recording. That's why.
Yeah, I did wonder. I would have said if she'd said no, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
But what I think the recording will do, Jackie, is you will be able to look back on it and
Yeah.
then take points from it.
Yeah.
And that's what I want you to do, is literally look back at the recording and think, oh, I see, yeah, I went on a little bit there, or no, I could have made a bit more time for that area. But
Yeah.
actually, overall, I thought you did extremely well. Extremely well.
Yeah.
There was a lot of content in that meeting, Jackie. There was an awful
Yeah.
lot of content. And
Yeah.
I think you gave it a really good crack, to be quite honest with you. There were some areas that could have been difficult in terms of that returning to the office.
Yeah.
That rota, but you wrote that really well. You explained the PowerPoint extremely well, and I love the way you put a task for them to reread it and also look at the YouTube if that's available. That's really good. I thought that PowerPoint was quite something from the trust. Really did lay out the vision for the future, didn't it, for everybody?
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. And also the work being done by the team, that spreadsheet was really useful, because it just shows, I think it shows the team what you're doing. And I think that's really important as a manager, so that because they don't, they know bits and pieces of your role, but they don't know everything. And I think by putting things down, what you've actually achieved over the last few months, or whatever time it was, from February, I thought that was a really good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah.
It just gives them, I think they know that you're battling their corner when you need to, and you're looking at things for the future, for the vision of the department. So I think that was really useful as well. Some good discussions around errors, and how they should be recorded and let you know. Obviously, so then that lady, is she totally overwhelmed every day that she couldn't send you an email? Is that how it works, Jackie?
No, I think it's we have this ongoing battle because she's on these targets and she's not happy about having these targets, and they're quite minimal. We're trying to get her to work till 50, but she's resisting that. So she's at the moment, last 2 weeks she was on 20 records per day, and this week she's on 25 records a day, and she's still the same percentage, which is 75%. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't pressure her saying, well, yeah, you've got time to email, because I thought, well,
Yeah.
if she's going to put it on her spreadsheet, then I know that I've got to check her spreadsheet and then.
Yeah.
And why I asked about the 2 that was highlighted in red, because I meant to ask her on Monday when I had a one-to-one, but because I didn't know if they were for me to look at or not. Because she highlighted them red. She said no. She said that there's something gone wrong, and I tried to sort of help her, but I don't think she was listening to that. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that obviously that battle with the records, the target, that's going to be totally ongoing. She's not, you know, once you get somebody that's so entrenched in what they're doing, it's so difficult to get them out of that mindset, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think by when you're doing an appraisal, that's an ideal time to say, look, you've done really, really well. Actually, you can move up because you've proved that you've done this. You can do it. La 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 la, and it just gives her more confidence, and hopefully she'll come around for you. Because the thing is, it's crucial for the team, isn't it? For her to, you know, a major part of the team.
Yeah.
Is she full time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full time. If you work out like how many minutes it is for each record to do, she's got more than enough time.
Yeah.
And so she'd have time to email me and say, look, I've come across this patient, I think it's a major issue. On the spot, it shows they're deceased. So it's something she should be highlighting to me as soon as possible.
Well, exactly, and that's the way that you need to approach it going forward, isn't it? That you need to know urgently. It's no good leaving it for a month and letting you know then, because there's no point, is there, or however long it is. Yeah, really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go onto one file and I'm going to look at skills and behaviours and see where we can match, because
I did have a battle with her on Monday about attending the meeting, because she said, oh, I can't fit it in with my day.
Really?
Yeah, and I said, well, I can bring it earlier, like 8, and then you'll have 2 hours to get to the hospital. And then in the end, she said, oh no, we'll see if we can make it work. That's why I was sort of conscious of getting the meeting done.
Yes.
And getting off, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. I mean, it's about managing her, isn't it? It is about managing her.
Yeah.
And trying to give her options, and which is what you've done, which is really good. So, I mean, it just shows that you're not saying, right, it's going to be 10 o'clock or it's going to be 9 o'clock. So, you know, get on with it. You're really trying to work with her, which is good. Yeah. Okay, so organizational performance. I mean, really, this what I'd hoped with this observation was to look at just your communication, but it's the way you put that together. It's going to cover so much of the skills. It really is good. So 1.1, able to input into strategic planning and create plans in line with organizational objectives. I'm going to put that as a yes. Commercial awareness, yes, and are able to identify and shape new opportunities, yes. 1.2, no, because that's creation of a plan. Producing reports, 1.3, yes. Plan and organise, manage resources, yes, 2.1. 2.2, monitor progress and identify risk, yeah, 2.2. 2.3 is project management tools. You mentioned a system, I must admit, I didn't quite catch it, when you were talking about, where am I?
Datix.
Yeah, what was it called, Jackie?
Datix, DATIX.
Oh, right. Is that where you put in the data to the, and it shows you?
It's a risk management tool. So basically, like serious incidents that happen in the ward, like say somebody's given the wrong medication, or
oh right, yeah,
somebody falls out of bed, but it also looks at clerical things. So if we sent a letter to the wrong patient, that could go on there. If we put an appointment by the wrong patient, or this one that Naomi said, that would be on there.
That was, I mean, I know it's disastrous, but it was quite funny. Yeah, anyway, yeah, great, that's good, because I'm happy to put 2.3 as well. Right, yeah, 4.1, able to communicate organisational vision and goals, definitely. 4.2, yeah, you were coaching them through, that's good. 4.3, yeah, management of change, definitely. Develop, build and motivate teams to identify their strengths. Yeah, I think that again, that spreadsheet does that at the moment. Able to delegate and enable delivery through others. Yeah, you talked about delegation. Able to build trust. Yeah, I think you did. I think that was really good, actually. Able to identify good practice. Yes, 6.2. Use of specialist advice. No, I don't think we did that one. 7.2 was able to chair meetings. Yes. And then it's all about use of time management and prioritization techniques. Critical analysis, no. Use of effective problem solving, no. We'll leave it at that, I think. Behaviours, drive to achieve all aspects of work. Resilience and accountability, definitely 1.2 there. Seeks new opportunities, yeah, 1.4. Open up, yeah, 2.1, open approachable. Seeks the views of others, yes, you did. Yeah, 3.3, need for change, yes. Open to new ways of working, yeah. Sets an example, yeah, 4.1, and open and honest, 4.2. You see how much that's covered? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Well done.
Yeah. Well, I needed to have the meeting. I know you wanted to observe me, but and I knew we was having this return to the office, which I
Yeah,
did tell them about. And it just happened to fall in place because last week the chief exec had a meeting, this MTW exceptional. So I'll put that on my learning journal about it, that I attended it, because that's
Yeah.
off the job, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was to cover those slides. So it all sort of panned out.
Yeah, good. It was brilliant. I'm waiting on your portfolio to be changed from certificate to diploma. As soon as that's done, I can upload the observation. I'll write it all up.
Yeah.
But I won't be able to upload it until they changed it to a diploma, which I've asked them to do.
Yeah.
But they're finding out how they need to do that. But yeah, no, that was well done, Jackie. I was really impressed with the way that you handled the meeting, because I could tell that she could overpower someone if they weren't on the ball with her. Do you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, she, you know, could have been a difficult situation, but you handled everything really well.
Yeah.
Well, but I think your task is to look through this recording, and just see how you feel you could change things if you need to. What else you need to develop yourself. Be aware of your arms again, because you do tend to wave those about.
Yeah, I taught my hands.
A lot of people do. I've got a friend that does it all the time. It's like, oh, it's difficult when you're. Well, is it difficult when you're on Teams? Did you find it difficult on Teams? Tell me about that. Just think about that. Whether it's better on Teams or whether it's better in person. You know, how do you gauge when they were wanting to talk to you? They didn't use the hand signal, but they didn't need to. I mean, basically, Neil didn't really have anything to say, did he? He was just going along with the flow of everything, which was fine.
He's sort of the other end, where he's quite easygoing and laid back.
Yes.
And whereas the other one's the other way.
Yeah. I mean, she was more concerned about her free car parking, wasn't she, really?
Yeah.
Although Neil did get really interested in the free meal.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be interested in that because it's his stomach in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was really good. Well done. What we need to do now is that we're going to get that professional discussion done around your making managing yourself.
Yeah.
Did you send me? I think you did send. Did you send me a diary entries and your to-do list? Did you send me
Yeah.
that?
I think I did,
I
yeah.
think I'll have a look. When we're ready to do the professional discussion, I'll also talk around this observation
Yeah.
and how you felt it went, what you would change if you would. You might not change anything, but I think it's always really good to be able to look at yourself. I know it's not comfortable, but it makes you think, oh, okay, yeah, I could have done that, or I could have said that, or I could have done that. Actually, I don't think I would. If it was me, I don't think I'd change an awful lot. I think it was really Jackie.
Just stop the waving in the hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So when are we next meeting up?
I know we've got something.
Yeah, I think we have too, and I can't remember. I've got quite a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
Not yet, is it?
No, I think it might be. I know I did. Might be in June.
Oh, 9th of June we're meeting up. So
9th of June. I'm just getting.
Yeah. What I want to do.
We're building. Is that just me and you? Yeah, it's just
Forming
you.
teams. Yeah. What I want to do is just to see by then what bits and pieces are missing, because there seems to be quite a bit of stuff missing. Like in the communication stuff. I just want to draw everything together.
Yeah.
So we can move on. Yeah. That's brilliant. All right, Keith, well done. Thank you very much for that. I'd love a copy of that, but I don't know how you're going to get that to me because it was quite a long meeting.
Yeah.
Um,
Because on Microsoft Teams, can't.
Well, I might be able to go back into chats, mightn't I, and pick it up.
You might be able to go and chat or into the. Yeah, and it shows you the thing. You might be able to.
I'll try that, yeah, because it would be really great to be able to upload that with the observation and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks a lot, Jackie. Speak to you soon. Well done. Thank you. Bye.